Overnight for stopping a potential massacre that could have been carried out on a train that was bound for Paris. Good morning, everybody. I'm Martha McCallum here in America's Newsroom.
Nice to be with you. Nice to be with you on this Monday morning. I'm in Leland Vittert in for Bill Hemmer. They are being called heroes, and rightly so. Here's why. On Saturday, the three men jump into action when an Islamic terrorist whips out an AK-47 on a train carrying 500 passengers, and he had dozens of rounds of ammunition. Together, the three Americans beat the gunman unconscious, hog-tied him for good measure. Spencer Stone was injured in the attack and explains how it all went down.
He was trying to charge the weapon, and Alec just hit me on the shoulder to say, "Let's go," and ran down, tackled him. We hit the ground. Alec came up and grabbed the gun out of his hand while I put him in a chokehold. It seemed like he just kept pulling more weapons left and right, pulled out a handgun. Alec took that, took out a box cutter, started jabbing at me with that. We let go. All three of us started punching him while he's in the middle of us. And then I was able to grab him again and choke him unconscious while Alec was hitting him in the head with the pistol or rifle. I can't really remember.
Incredible story, incredible humility. Amy Kellogg is live in London following this. Amy, what more are we learning a couple days now after this attack?
Well, Leland, quite frankly, what's also awesome about all of this is the speed with which the French have gone out of their way to thank and honor these three young American men, and also a 62-year-old British businessman, a grandfather, who all risked their own lives to save so many lives. French President François Hollande called them all right after the incident over the weekend, but this morning gave them a formal ceremony at the Élysée Palace. They are being feted for their courage and their sang-froid, as they say in France. Spencer Stone, who is serving with the U.S. Air Force in the Azores, Alex Scarlatos of the Oregon National Guard, and just back from a tour in Afghanistan, and their childhood friend, Anthony Sadler, on his first trip to Europe, all still struggling to believe that this happened. Two of the three were actually dozing when it happened and sprung into action. Spencer Stone, cut up pretty badly himself, went on to administer vital first aid to another passenger who had been shot in the throat, and all three were incredibly humble in the face of so much praise and gratitude.
He clearly had no firearms training whatsoever, and yes, if he knew what he was doing, or even just got lucky and did the right thing, he would have been able to operate through all 8 of those magazines, and we would have all been in trouble and probably wouldn't be here today.
But if the shooter, Leland, had sorted it all out, there were 300 bullets on him. So that could have been just an unbelievable bloodbath. Chris Norman, the British guy today, saying, the British businessman who helped tie up the suspect when it was all kind of over, said, you know, he thought he was going to die, but he figured it was better to jump into action than sit idly by and die. Leland.
Incredible when you think about the instincts and the presence of mind of those men who took him down. What more do we know about the suspect who burst out of the bathroom with the AK-47?
Ayoub El-Kazani, 26 years old, Leland, still being questioned. The French police have by law until tomorrow evening to hold him and question him. His French is not very good, apparently, so they are questioning him in Arabic, which certainly slows things down. He was on a sort of jihadist or radical Islamist watch list in at least 3 European countries, possibly 4, but his lawyer says that he's not a terrorist, that he simply stumbled across a bag full of ammunition, guns, and a knife, and thought he would just go rob a train because he needed the money. His father today, quoted in the press, as saying, despite the fact that he has a drug conviction, he's a good guy. Those arguments not getting much credence, though, today, Leland.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure anybody believes that this morning.